Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Victoria 3. Welcome back with our Mexican Republic in 1909, and welcome back with our current president, Melchior Arguello. And we're here in a very similar situation as we had before, after our little war with the Brits, or where we tried to snitch in Belize, which, yeah, of course, didn't happen. So we're back in the original state, and back with the all-time, let's call it, I don't know, like all-time event with the next war on the brink of the war with the US. But this time I'm getting a little bit tired of it, and thanks Creeper for your quick answer. Actually, this time I waited and recorded, just didn't record 2 in a row, so I can respect your answer. Yeah, and I feel like the same. I guess since this is one of the last 2-3 episodes I'm gonna do with Mexico, I think we don't want to see the exact same war with the US again, where we're gonna have a stalemate, and to be honest, these days we're actually outnumbering them, even like militarily wise. Plus we have more higher quality troops, we have a higher GDP than the US, and we have do we have a higher population? But we almost know they still have a higher population, but we almost tied with them in this case. So to avoid, I mean, now it doesn't matter anymore, but that we don't have to see the same boring war all over again, I'm going to switch sides, as I mentioned before, and I'm going to do a, let's say, a reasonable or feasible and understandable treaty, let's call it like this, where I'm going to accept the, I think I'm going to add, like, revoke Texas, claim on Texas, while I'm going to ask them for them to revoke their claim on California. So we basically, these kind of wars are not going to happen anymore. Yeah, sure, doesn't make a lot of sense, but, since we're not playing this to the very end, but it is what it is. Just since I used this, let's call it a cheat or shuffle before to in other playthroughs to avoid annoying situations with the diplomatic AI. So here for I noticed that unfortunately the data or the graphs are getting lost. So guys, if this is why I'm hovering over, if you want to remember our 1836 and data, now have a close look, since with the shuffle or with the switch we're gonna lose this potentially. And talking about it, I'm gonna do this immediately, switch country to the US. Yeah, now I'm getting called out as a cheater publicly. I love it. So let's do also the revoke claim on Texas or New Mexico. What makes more sense? Or Utah? In the end it doesn't really matter, right? Let's do Texas. I think I can't. This is a little bit weird, you can't like revoke more claims at once. Yeah. And after this, I just wanted it to be there. Now we're gonna switch back to Mexico. And once the war is out, I think we have to wait until the war starts, and then I'm immediately gonna do this peace deal without any fights out there. So yeah, I think this is how it is. Apart from this, we're still stuck with this annoying strike. Financial situation has gotten a little bit relaxed, but we also turned back a couple of our construction offices to iron frame building instead of steel. It saves us some money, but yeah, we also want to employ our ongoing growth of population. We need to keep them in jobs. So let's get a couple more switch back to higher production capacity, since it seems like the situation got a bit better over here. Yeah, politically speaking, situation is again very tense, since the armed forces turned very fascist over here, and armed forces, Catholic Church landowners, and the industrialists are being very angry with us right now. Yeah, it looks like a fascist coup in the air. However, still, I think the socialists and the intelligentsia have a strong hold onto the government, with at least 40% of the population, or the strength, political strength. And the Conservative Party, industrialists and landowners are obviously part of the Conservative Party, not of the fascists. God damn it, 20% almost for the armed forces. Wow. He's a pretty handsome guy, isn't he? By the way, just since we're doing a couple of disclaimers while letting it run for a bit, until this very war starts. By the way, let's check. Yeah, as you see, it was reset, so the data, only the GDP data actually, no, standard of living too, but population and literacy somehow not, I don't know why. Yeah, while we do the shuffle, the war is going to break out in a second, and there we go. Make peace. Revoke claims on Texas. Revoke on California. Wait, no party agrees to this peace deal? Oh. I mean, I can just go for a white peace, I guess. Wait, let me see. Can I offer this piece as the US? Maybe mix something up. Worst case, I have to just go for a white piece. I mean, it's not going to affect us anymore. Oh, can't send it out. Oh, come on. Yeah, really unhappy with the let's set the white piece then. Once again, in general, I'm very convinced by the baseline idea of the diplomatic system in Victoria 3 and also by the military system, where a lot of people am I not getting the... Wait, why is there no peace offer? Yeah, but still, like, the way AI handles it, and sometimes it's a little bit clunky, and then you don't have flexibility in a lot of ways, and I'm here for it. Why can't I just... I don't know, why can't I send the offer? Who is not... Yeah, they can still decline it, right? You know what, guys? I'm gonna capitulate as the US just to get it done, since, yeah, they will lose the claim on California. We won't lose our claim on Texas or the others, but I will not go for Texas, so I guess with my behavior it's gonna be fine. And then finally we'll have peace and quiet. Let's see if the US is then going to be friendly after all. I mean, this would be a kind of nice end to it, to bring finally some lovely peace to the North Americas and spread prosperity. Well, we're gonna keep California now due to our wonderful cheating move. You're welcome. Question is, I guess, and just because, I mean, we are heavily in debt, but yeah, we don't have to care for it so much because we're gonna leave Mexico soon, guys, and it's just like this is too nice. I'm gonna go for it now. 3 million for 3 million ducats or pounds. We can purchase Alaska from the Russians, and I think we will do that. And the Russians agree, and there we go. Boom. Yeah, actually, it's not that bad. As you see, yeah, our debt was increasing, or do we have... Oh, we just have a... Oh no, we don't have... Ah, it's not just one time, it's like a continuous three-year spending of 60k a month. Okay, there we go. But it's bearable, and we've got Mexican Alaska. Isn't this just marvelous? And sure, we're definitely gonna immediately go for the gold mines. Oil in heaven hasn't been rediscovered yet. Well, it's gonna take a while until we... Is there any population actually? Yeah, there is. Some coal, that's nice. Some fish is gonna be fishing is very effective up there. Yeah. Not gonna... Mexico is not gonna... or Alaska is not going to boost us very significantly. So, just for the style, right? The green from basically from not Panama, but from Costa Rica to Mexico, with the little exception of Canada, and even yeah, the performance of the US is still definitely disappointing. Were they not, in the meantime, I kind of might have forgotten, but weren't they now President Gordon Forbes from the... Which party is he? From the Evangelicals, so I guess... Democrats at this point? No matter what, weren't they just the syndicate of the Americas with a theocratic government in the meantime? I'm not 100% sure, if I might have forgotten that. Well, let's see what we can do over here. Yeah, we definitely need more telephones, or yeah, maybe we managed to electrify Mexico before we leave them. Yeah, once we are obviously running out of this Let's Play, or we're coming to an end, and I've been talking about it, so let's keep on talking about it. And I'm really astonished, since I'm taking this, basically I'm producing this today, I'm uploading it. So, and yesterday I started my survey on on the next game with Spheres of Influence, I'm really impressed with you guys. 20 votes within a day so far with my service and community posts that haven't gotten that much attention. So thank you very much for this. And it seems like you've had enough of this hippie liberal, nice to the people Mexico and liberal and yeah, happy-go-lucky country, and you want me to play the Empire of Russia with a more autocratic playstyle. I've done it before, but of course not in Spheres of Influence, and I'm happy to do it again. So yeah, Russia always somehow, despite the current political situation and letdowns for the fun you might have with this country, it has always been very fascinating to me and to play with in every Paradox game. So there might be changes, but we shall see. In the meantime, we get the event Intervention in Indochina. Religious and imperial interests have aligned to demand action in Indochina on behalf of the Catholic population in Dainam. A higher calling drives our actions. It is with divine purpose that we must go forth and save our fellow man. And if we happen to acquire some territory along the way, who's to say that wasn't part of God's plan? So let us go forth and strike at Dainam. Indochina campaign. I mean, that's basically, I guess, for the French, how they took it, right? With the Catholic uprising. Is Dainam still independent? Interesting, huh? Stuff. Considering that Asia is... Oh! I really, like, we've been, by the way, looking at Asia plenty of times after the dissolution of the Ming or the Qing Empire, and the Heavenly Kingdom took over. And after a while, it seems like at least they carved up some chunks of China now, which is good to see, since I expected them to do this way earlier. However, it also looks like that the Netherlands just went in and just picked up Zhejiang and southern Anhui, which with a population of holy with 50 million Chinese. So, and the Netherlands have a population of what, 53 million. So how many people are living in the Netherlands themselves? That's ridiculous. 900,000, 3 million. Yeah, so basically 10% of the population is Dutch and the rest is Chinese there. Apart from the Dutch East Indies, of course, but they're independent or as their puppets. So yeah, I don't know how long this would... it would be lovely to see a history of this like in Crusader Kings. So if you miss out on something, you can reconstruct when it happened. Well, interesting to see. When I was complaining or like saying that the Europeans weren't so active in gobbling up here like Indochina or the remains over here in Southeast Asia. However, Britain took half of like southern Japan and also here this huge parts of southern China. Crazy. Korea. Oh. Also independent as Joseon. Defensive pact with the Heavenly Kingdom and the Japanese. Okay. Back to our event in Dainam. We should make peace, not war. No, we have to go, I think, for the aggressive way, since I don't want to anger our armed forces and Catholic Church even more. Go and strike at Vietnam, Dainam. However, I don't know what the effects are for the... we can survey a skyscraper site. And the Panama Isthmus, huh? We don't have bureaucracy. Ways to fascism. If you want to get fascist, we could go this way. Yeah. Where's the Indochina campaign? Dainam does not exist. Yeah, shall we go and make it our puppet? 18 infamy can be actually done. But yeah, come on, we're Mexico, we're happy. No, we're not an imperialist country, and we have already so much space over here in the Americas. We really don't need to go and conquer parts of the other world. So no, I'm gonna refrain from that. While we're having another look on the migration map. Yeah, is there anything else we want to do internally to child labor? Yeah, we've been staring at this a couple of times before, but again, child labor. Korea mass migration from British Raj. Yeah, so many Indian people already here. Amazing. Yeah, restricted child labor. I mean, the landowners endorse it and the armed forces. However, the Indians, I can take it, the industrialists and the church hate it. Yeah, but maybe we have to go this step. Right, industrialists in church, who needs them? But we have to go with restricted child labor, not with the compulsory primary school immediately. I assume what other women in the workplace or women's suffrage. But yeah, we really don't want women to vote here, right? Just kidding. But the thing is that when we have women in, and the weird thing is that the Catholic Church really hates it if we give the women voting rights. At the same time, women would vote a lot for the interest groups of the Catholic Church, so slightly. And it would, like, yeah, it would kind of jeopardize the armed forces, industrialists, and petit bourgeois. Okay, guys, I think... But this one doesn't really help us with the others, right? It just makes the trade unions happier. Let's quickly push it through before the next election, make the Catholic Church very angry, and... Oh! And somehow also the landowners wanted women rights, or women election rights. But of course there is a revolution coming in, since now we have the Catholic Church and the armed forces being quite unhappy. But we get the modern navy. Tomorrow's navy is being developed in the Admiralty. Let's see how quickly this revolution with 6% progress. I think we can keep on waiting. To be honest, let's have a look what we can do next. Macroeconomics, film. Yeah, come on, macroeconomics for another company. I kind of like them, and this might be one of the final acts of our Mexico before the AI and fate is going to lead them into a terrible state. Just kidding. Seems like our financial situation with... Yeah, I mean, now we don't see it anymore, but we had a lower GDP and it has been growing quite a while, our income at the same time. So, guys... Let's go hard. We're gonna not run bankrupt so quickly, and let's rather construct a lot and bring our economy forward. And now we're gonna speed through these. I really want to finish all these coffee and plantations, rubber and oil, since it's been in the planning for a while, but also other things have been more urgent somehow. We get more cheap sulfur somewhere. Egypt, Italy. Also some cheaper lead. But don't we have lead ourselves? Yeah. Oh wow. We're exporting 2,300 rubber to Germany. Nice. And by the way, we are world power number 4 in the meantime. Number 1 German Empire, number 2 Great Britain, number 3 Russia, 4 Mexico, 5 Italy, 6 United States. Who would have thought that? Yeah, but we can cancel some hardwood to the Dutch. Okay. Need to get our government or bureaucracy a bit up again. And we're once again stuck with social security. Where could we do that? Or we go for telephone switchboards, but we don't have telephones, so let's rather extend where we're missing taxation anyways. And the country is going to, yeah, we're growing and growing in terms of population. So just don't want to do it all at once. And you know, my thinking and always go straight into the investment, or like will increase our debt since we can't build from the investment fund, from the contributions from the capitalists or the landowners. So yeah, happy to spread it out a bit, but yeah, also not that urgent. And this revolution here, yeah, but it's actually just coming from the... Why is it coming from the landowners? Weren't they just very happy about us? I'm a little bit confused now. Well, the mob approaches. Belligerent crowds have been getting increasingly provocative when confronted by troops in San Salvador. Hardliners in government are demanding tougher responses, while doves are calling for troops to stand down as the first hopeful step in de-escalation. A whiff of grape shot saved the day once, and it can be done again. I'm telling you, we need to show strength right now. Strength? Ha, bullets are an admission of weakness. We need to talk, show that we're not afraid. That's how we'll get them. More radicals in San Salvador and setback for the... Who cares once again? And now once again I'm going to embarrass myself not finding San Salvador immediately. Nicaragua. San Salvador, here we go. 540k population. Now we will, yeah, come on, stand down. Still, I want them to be happy and a little more loyal. There we go. This is something I really don't still like, that we loved it that we had such a high loyalist amount, but now, yeah, the radicals are in the lead over here. But still, we have 45 million population and 5 million, and this is of course rounded up quite heavily still, but we have 5 million radicals, so that's acceptable. Publishing committee prosecutions. A committee of publishers associated with the Catholic Church that produce incendiary pamphlets has been brought before the courts. This agglomeration of dangerous men must be stopped. We must take from the means of provoking the mob and reduce these arrogant fools to their true proportions, to their real role as little more than obscure conspirators and criminals. Let them go, they're harmless. I think so. I'd rather get the Catholic Church now really down. And for the little bit of Civil War progress, I feel like we can handle it at some point. And probably they got more, yeah, I think the Civil War made progress, not they didn't get more down, but it's okay. Popular playwright endorses reform. Yeah, we've had this a couple of times, and we want to push the women's suffrage. Attraction for the trade unions or prestige. Let's say some attraction for the trade unions. Well, I mean, if we would play this to the end, another 26 years with these strong fascists, but at the same time strong socialists or trade leagues, there might be the potential of Mexico flipping to an authoritarian state from one or other side in the end. But we don't have to see this horror coming on the people. We just have to see how beautiful, economical, and liberal growth. Let's see what the women do when they get full rights in this country. Probably mess up everything. This second Mexican fleet here from Alaska can be transferred to the main meet, to the Armada, not Real, but Mexican, I don't know. Sedition amongst the Catholic Church. Prominent members of the Catholic Church have been found to be using their privileged position in society to encourage radically anti-government activities. Mexico split between two irreconcilable camps. Help me with that one, said the priests. One of them pursues a policy of anti-Mexican and anti-religious terror. The other side pursues a policy of respect for God and seeks to restore national order. With this in mind, who else could any good-hearted person stand behind? They are not sacrosanct as long as they continue to meddle in politics. We cannot become known as executioners of priests. Yeah, no, they are not sacrosanct as long as they continue to meddle in politics. Exactly, that's what we're gonna do. They hate us anyway, so once again we're gonna go full throttle against the against the Catholic Church and happily make them more irrelevant. And I have no idea what is happening over here, that suddenly we are at a plus 50k with our taxes. Sometimes, yeah, some effects just confuse people. Is this enough now? 130k to go back to low taxes? No, we can't reduce the taxes right now. Let's have a quick look on the population, how many, and we get Filipino immigration to California, okay. Let's have a quick, yeah, by the way, here you can see the cultures. As always, I'm happy to have a look on it. Mexican, Nahua, Central American, Maya, South Italian, 1 million. Maghrebi, 1 million. Amazigh, 1 million. Zapotec, Otam, yeah. Lacostrine Bantu, that's Africa, yeah. 380,000 Swiss or South Germans, 380,000 Danish, 350,000 Filipinos, Spanish, and a lot of Indian and African people also. Oh, there's 180,000 Finnish. Wow. Yeah, I think I talked about my admiration for the Finns already. North Germans. Yeah, it's basically Mexico is such a mixed country. Holy moly, how many different countries, how many different cultures we have in the country. It's impressive. However, 67% Catholic, 10% Sunni, 9% Hindu, and 5% Protestant. Interesting. What I was looking for actually was exactly how many farmers, 800k still, and how many unemployed people we do have. Where do I find them? Looks like we basically have no unemployed. Can this be true? I thought we had, so they can all work as farmers still. No? Looking good, yeah. Oh, there we go. First, the Rio Grande pipeline. All companies operating in Rio Grande have requesting government assistance in funding a pipeline, promising that its construction will be accompanied by other infrastructure improvements. Putting a liquid inside a solid, putting that solid inside another solid, and propelling the whole mess across the railway. Trust me, in the future they will laugh at how we once did this. Now let me show how simple it could be. It'll be just like turning a tap. Yeah, indeed. Pipelines might be useful. And I think, yeah, come on, 600 permanent expenses. It might make the industrialist a little bit happier. Would definitely contribute over here. Will it be enough for the industrial? No. And we have a rousing speech captives the public. By the way, the revolution seems to have ended in the meantime. For, like, no reason. Yeah, this afternoon, Justo Huarte, leader of the Intelligentsia, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of women's suffrage. Making an appearance before the public in Mexico City's main square, Justo Huarte's powerful rhetoric left even his most embittered political opponents impressed. Excerpts from the speech are already being circulated across Mexico, fanning the fires of already roaring debate. Success chance or... Come on, Intelligentsia, push. We have already 46% chance. This should be quite going smoothly. Smoothly. Oh, and we might have been a little bit overdoing with our government administration over here. And we got another Chinese migration hacker from the Heavenly Kingdom. Yeah, seems like we are definitely profiting, at least from terms of migration, massively from this shattered and chaotic Asia. Yeah, as you see, especially in Asia and India and China, the migration attraction, but also Russia is terrible. Just Germany and the Great Britain and Scandinavia can basically compete with this. Yeah, I can't stress enough how, in general, I'm disappointed by the French performance. Major power rank 8, what the fuck? Oh, sorry guys. GDP like triple a third of the GDP of ours. Wow, and they do agriculture investments, conservative agenda. Yeah. Why is France so weak? What happened over here? I think they had a couple of internal struggles, and they're still an oligarchical monarchy with no parliament, but they keep the flag. My God, I'm embarrassed. How do you call the flag again? The with the three colors, three. Oh God, I stop embarrassing myself over here. Let me know in the comments how the French flag is called, in case I forget about it. I mean, in the end, it's transports, right? The égalité, fraternité, and liberté. So you have these three-part flags we see a lot in Europe. I think they always picked up from, kind of inspired by the French Revolution, right? I mean, here the German flag. Oh, I never thought about it too much in 19th century flags, to be honest. I mean, this is not the Prussian flag, it's the... Oh God, I'm embarrassing myself further. Yeah, as you see, I'm already like scrolling a little bit over the map, and I hope this is in your very interest as well, that I'm like summing up a little bit what's going on, since, yeah, we're coming to an end. I can't stress it enough. I'm getting hyped for a new campaign already. Yeah, discord within the armed forces. The armed forces, those. Yeah, another Chinese immigration, the Yue. Okay. An influential faction within the armed forces has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of women's suffrage. Themselves in favor of the law, they have no resolve to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. How can you all stand idly by and watch the world pass before your eyes? Have you no sense of honor, of duty to your fellow men? I say nay to such lack of ambition, and they dare say I am not alone in this. With their support, the bill shall pass. Group attraction minus for the armed forces. This might be smart. Or the trade unions extend an open hand to these mavericks. Oh yeah, absolutely. Even less attraction to the armed forces, more to the trade unions. That's fantastic. Should help us a lot. Also, trying to keep them down and let the armed forces not become more powerful. When is our next election? 1912. Yeah, so I'm pretty optimistic the next time women will be able to vote. It's going to be interesting to see how this affects us. But yeah, that's just the outlook in the future, and we reached 2nd of January 1911, so another 2 years passed by, and I think this is a great moment to stop for this very episode. Still stay focused. I think there's going to be at least one more, if not 2 or 3. Let's see how many I managed to produce in these next couple of days, depending a bit on a couple of factors. Anyways, let me know what you think, and yeah, if you haven't yet, go to the survey and check out your opinion on the next game that's upcoming. Apart from this, I'm also happy for any inspirations on the next game or ideas on house rules and whatsoever we shall do with Russia, if it's going to be Russia. You can happily write it down here in the comments or also in the community section. I'm happy to read everything and try to incorporate into my plans. So thank you for your contribution, and of course, if you haven't yet, it would be simply fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription, since it costs you nothing and supports me a lot, makes me happy and pushes me to produce more. And then most importantly, see you next episode, when we continue and hopefully end our story with our Mexican Republic soon. So see you then. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.